Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Sunday, August 2nd, 2020, and we are in our 20th week of dealing with the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic thing. You know, safer in place, isolate in place, safer at home, social distance, wear a mask. Um, Yeah. So, currently here in Jacksonville, Florida, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. It is 85 degrees Fahrenheit outside with a 79% humidity, which makes it feel like it's about 100 degrees. So, yeah, it's warm out there. In here, it's currently at 72, and I got the air conditioners kicking, try to drop that humidity down. So, uh, Celsius is 30 degrees outside, 22 in here. Speaking about it being 10 o'clock, man, I think it's got a lot to do with this quarantine and whatnot. Our sleep schedule is really messed up. Uh, Coffee and a carnation breakfast. Um, I mean, my sleep schedule's always been a little goofy anyway, but lately, yeah, I sleep for 4 hours, then I'm up for 10 or 12, and then I go back to sleep for 3 or 4. It's ridiculous. For like the past 2 weeks, I'll go to sleep at 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then I'm wide awake at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Wide awake. Can't do anything about it. And I'll stay up until noon, maybe, and then lay down for a couple of hours and start all over again. Now, I did get a break from that Friday night. I was plumb tuckered. I really was. I was worn out. Took a hot shower, went in, laid down, and I went to sleep. And I got almost 11 hours worth of sleep. I almost felt worse. Um, just like super groggy, and my eyes felt like they were size of softballs. And but last night, right back to the same thing. At about 12:30ish, whatever, I realized that the book I was reading I wasn't paying any attention to. So I closed it up, turned the lights off, went to sleep. 4:45, boom, wide awake. Wide awake. Nothing I could do. And I understand, I've said something about it on Facebook, and a bunch of people come back and said they have the same problems. So, I don't know. Like I said, I blame it on the virus thing, on the isolation, whatever. Some of it's got to do with the weather too. I mean, it's so nasty outside. Like I said, it's not even quite 10 o'clock yet, and it already feels like it's 100 degrees out there. Yeah. Uh, so, one good thing is the hurricane Isis, Isis, whatever. Why they can't just use a normal name? Um, it basically fell apart. It's down off of the South Florida coast, off the east coast of southern Florida, between Miami and Bahamas and that area. It's slowly working its way this way, um, but it's just a tropical storm, and it's slowly falling apart as it comes up the coast. So they're saying maybe this afternoon or this evening we'll start getting some of the showers, but by then it should be 50 to 60 miles offshore. We'll have to see. Along those lines, excuse me. Now, I started going through my uh, camp supply boxes, my bug out boxes, and stuff like that the other day. kitchen box and all that. And I went through and got rid of a lot of the food that was questionable. I mean, it had been in the box for a year or so. So, time to replace it. And there was a couple I used. I kept that I need to use up real quick, but it all needed to be replaced. So I've been hitting different stores, and the store shelves are just kind of wiped out with the ready to eat meals and stuff that'll last for a while. Spam. I never thought I'd see it, but spam is almost empty. Packets of tuna fish. The shells are kind of skimpy. Rice, macaroni and cheese, all kinds of stuff. So I hit and coffee. Oh my God, my coffee! I hit 3 stores. No, I hit 4 stores yesterday, and none of them had my coffee singles. A couple of places had all kinds of coffee. I mean, there was the cans of coffee, and then they must have had 60 different types of the little cups, with Keurig or whatever. I know that's popular, but they didn't have any of the coffee singles, coffee bags. So I ended up ordering that online, and hopefully it'll be here before I run out. I called it a little bit close. I wasn't expecting not to be able to find it, So anyhow, but yeah, I went to what did I hit? I hit Harvey's. No, I hit Winn-Dixie that way. Then I hit Harvey's that way. On the way back, I hit Walmart that's over that way. And when I pulled into the parking lot was jam full. I mean, it was jam full from one end to the other. Aisles that I have never seen cars in before were full all the way out to the drive. I just drove right on through out the other side. Yeah, I ain't going in there. So, and then I went to the other Winn-Dixie that's over there. So, and none of the 3 stores had the coffee. Of course, Winn-Dixie and Harvey's are both they're similar stores. So I don't know. Maybe they're just not carrying it anymore. Maybe it wasn't a real big seller. I don't know. I hope that's not the thing. People were buying like they normally do for a storm coming in. A lot of people were loading up on water. A lot of places were limiting the amount that you could get. Like you could only get like 3 cases of water. Some cleaning supplies are still on short. Cleaning supplies are in short supply. So, like bleach, ammonia, and various stuff like that. Stuff that you use to clean up. People have been like very particular about keeping things clean with the COVID thing going on. I saw, where was I? This Winn-Dixie over here. Yeah. They had hand sanitizer alcohol, rubbing alcohol, that was produced by a plant down in St. Augustine. Not all that far away. A 1-quart bottle, $27. Yeah, I'll go get the drinkable stuff. A whole lot cheaper than that. So And I can drive to Georgia and get 100% 100 proof grain alcohol for $11 a quart. That's crazy. It really is. It's crazy. Oh man, they had a 10-ounce bottle. I mean, we're talking bottle that's only about that big around. You know, not even. They wanted $12 for that. Yeah, not this boy. So, I don't know. I guess it is what it is, right? You got to do what you got to do. Prices are up too. Excuse me, I did notice, and I noticed this before we actually had the hurricane thing coming on because I actually started doing some of this a little earlier on, but and I was getting the packets of tuna for like 89 cents. Sometimes if it was expensive, it was $1. Now the cheapest one you can find is $1. That's usually at Walmart. Every place else is $1.29, $1.49, $2.99. It's just a couple of ounces difference. So, man, unreal. Used to be you could get the small snack size can of tuna and crackers at Dollar Tree. They were 2 for $1. Now they're $1 a package. Prices are going up. Probably because of the coronavirus thing. I know. Oh, excuse me. My daughter and then went out to dinner to a barbecue joint last week, and my son-in-law likes getting like a half a chicken. And when it came in, he said it was the scrawniest chicken he'd ever seen. It's like there was no breast meat. So he called the waitress over and said something to her, and she took it back, and that's all they really had. So they added extra. They added an extra breast or something. They added some extra chicken in to try to make up for it. But that doesn't make up for it when you think about it. I mean, we're so used to chickens with big, thick, plump breasts that one decent sized breast is a good meal. Well, now they're like a third of the size. So, if you're ordering a half a chicken, expecting to get, half a pound of chicken meat, and what you end up with is a third of a pound or a quarter of a pound. It's it doesn't, and it's not the same. It's not that big plump piece of meat cooks up juicy. When you get it down super thin, it comes out like shoe leather. So, beef is up high. 4 something a pound. Unless you buy it in bulk. If you buy it in bulk, you get it down under $3. But by bulk, I mean you got to buy almost 10 pounds. So I used to do that all the time when I had the kids. But 10 pounds of hamburger, even if I put it in the freezer, it's going to go bad. I could probably make jerky burgers, make up burgers and then dehydrate them. But that's a mess. It's a lot of work too. I don't know. It's an idea. An idea I'm contemplating, kicking around in my head, whatever. So, kicking around. There's various stuff for the van as well. Part of being up is at like 6 o'clock this morning or whatever. I was out front painting the inside of a trunk. I don't remember. I either found it or bought it at the thrift store or whatever. But the inside was kind of nasty looking. So I was out there hitting it with some uh, kills, kill spray, and then some paint, some white paint, just to cover it up, make it look a little nicer. And yeah, I think my beard's a little stiff. I know I got some on my hand, and my arm hairs feel a little stiff, but I'll grab some mineral spirits or something and clean up eventually before I take a shower. Probably take a shower and then go back to bed. It's crazy. It really is. This sleep schedule. Even the little guys noticed it. They said something to their mom. She came to pick them up the other day. I'd gone back to lay down, and he said, "Pop's sleeping. He needs to sleep more at night." 5 years old, right? Yeah. So, but I don't know. This whole thing is just, it's weird. It really is. It's got everything messed up. You don't know, what stores are going to be open. The whole, what? Let's see. I guess it was Friday night. Yeah, Friday night I had gone out and tried a couple of places. I was, just trying to find odds and ends to throw into my cook box, and I went to another Walmart down that way, and I was walking around. I got a couple of things that I needed, not thinking it. It was like I go on and got something to eat, and then went shopping into one store. I didn't have a whole lot that I wanted. I went over to that store. And I'm walking around, just minding my own business and shopping, looking at clearance aisles and this and that, and picked up a couple of these USB fans. These put out a lot of air. For like they're under $6, and picked up a couple of those. Anyway, they're portable too. I hook up to one of these batteries, and yeah, I can take it to a picnic table or whatever. But yeah, anyway, start babbling, don't I? I hadn't even gotten over to the food section yet, and they're like, "Attention, Walmart shoppers! Walmart closes at 8:30, or it's now 10 minutes after 8, and Walmart closes at 8:30." I'm like, what do you mean Walmart closes at 8:30? I thought it was 9 o'clock. First of all, it used to be open 24 hours. Why are you closing at 8:30? I went and checked a couple of things, and they didn't have what I was looking for either. They didn't have my coffee. They didn't have my hash brown, my small cans of corned beef hash. Couple of things. They were like their shelves weren't stocked. So I guess that's why they need to close so they can restock. But just the whole, now I'm discombobulated and running around, and you get up to the register, and their self checkout. That line went all the way like out of where the self checkout is, and halfway back down the aisle of the store. And I don't use that anyway. But got over to one of the manned registers. They had, I don't know, 4 or 5 registers going, and there was still a line. Like I was the third person in line. The one lady was almost done being checked out. Then the one right in front of me had, I don't know, a dozen items, and then I was there, But I mean, the checkout was moving fairly quickly, but uh, I got in line, and 5 or 6 people lined up behind me. So, uh, yeah, kind of crazy. But it is what it is. I'd really like to get out. Just get out. I may actually go ahead. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to take a nap or not, but I may go out and get in the Trailblazer. I need to go gas that up. I gassed the van up yesterday. Last thing I did before I came home, and I need to go gas that up. I really want to make a couple of trips, but just heat and humidity. If I needed to, I mean, I could take Sherry right now. I could throw. Well, I've got my portable my backpack cook kit in there at the moment, and I've got enough groceries I can throw together real quick. But just throw together. I don't want to do that. But I could get going if I needed to. I'm not going to need to right now. I would probably head up into like the foothills of the Appalachians, up at like northwest Georgia, southeast Tennessee, up in that area. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit cooler. It's like, I don't know, 7-hour ride, 8-hour ride, something like that. My daughter was talking about, she'll go, my son-in-law's got family out in Alabama. The little's dad, he's got family out in Alabama. And last year we had that big storm come in, and that's where they went. That's like a 7-hour ride. So, but it's also hot there. You know, Alabama is still the deep south. I mean, Georgia's the deep south too, but you start getting up in the mountains, and it's not as bad. So, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, my parents live in New Jersey, and I was talking to my mom the other day, and they had heat that was equal to ours, and they had their humidity was up there, right at the same level we had, and you know, so it's not a whole lot better further up on the eastern seaboard, but I don't know. Feeling a little dried out. I think I've had a little bit too much coffee. They say for every cup of coffee you drink, you need to drink 8 ounces of plain water or water with a little bit of lemon. I don't know. That's a whole lot of water to drink. Maybe I'll go ahead and make me up some ginger tea. I've got that candied ginger, and see what that does. But neither here nor there. I guess I've been babbling along here now for 24 minutes, right at. So, another coffee with Doc. I appreciate each and every one of you all coming in and listening to me babble away. I really do. I appreciate each and every one of your comments. I try to comment back to everyone. Sometimes I miss. I'll catch up eventually. Nothing else. I've seen it, and I will mark it with a thumbs up. So, yeah. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fantastic. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll have links in the description box, wherever that is on your device of choice. I also have links to some of my videos. You'll find my email, my snail mail, and all that good stuff. So, if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. But I see y'all again. I hope you have a fantabulous day. So watch it, y'all. Ah.